The car no abandon. The car no abandon. Brand the car no abandon.
Bread ye wajina kunyao inshiraka neat etiefo nyina ozioma ADAKABRI oribo baby
the car no abandon.
Yesi okwan tware asuo ena asuo tware okwan panyin ne hwan a yebo okwan betu asuo ozioma ADAKABRI FRIMPONG MANSO wajina konya baby
Yamama Trasio na Yamama ha. Ye prenit 100.9 FM so and say ye ba mana swing. Na ene eye fiada. Obani mbusumi na ye womi ni de to so dun so. Afi MP no aduonu amiensa. Na ye tena ase a mementi dwumadie samwa ko twiko bata ko breman ko ba biada ana ye di emu ensem eben. Na dwumadie mi amidi ho chia me ye frame ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma na eye production no esi panyini kwadwo dame ado ne nan eso na senior co-character any co-character amansa chiame kwabramafo at large and also eye abnamoe also at large na fesu yemfa sida na yemfa emma production team led by panyini kwadwo dame ado na fesu so no yo pass ma Jerry osai ajman the maestro no pay ababeka ede egumu na fe technical production no so no abna frema bankro ai yasane mrane se mara michi mafa ena nana ya eye safo enso so no ebo ni chidom nti yede ekone de na fe yede aseda ede ama engineering group no so ena achuagbo worker kotia ko na jare nana buaje afia babesa eye adasankroma mrane se sempro enu achire no so no aseda eko edema facilities group the facilities group no so no eye big solo ena dada ena yaw Godfrey your friend Ubrana na fe no mapuna na fe no eye DJ Bosco na Milson so ni asane mrane se tai emunsem nyina ye de abra ensembe ne daba maso ne adini kan ye behwe various newspapers no ensem edida animu no na yetim kakra de amamo na fe nso so no ora ebo backman wonu so free dwa nyame aye na dom aba beduru yede no nkomo bi he's a strategist, political strategist and analyst yene ne bedi nkomo. And then in the second part no so no Ellen Ama Dekun of the MPP, Justice Yabua of the NDC, Ojafriye Yabua of the CPP, almost Abetnasi. Omotenasi adiana oho. Asi brohaha over gold for oil policy. Employ for money or gold laundering. Edi nature say ye the kasatentene ewo gold for oil policy home. Ade so no mampanyina be de gia kasa ama washemu critics and so no say ye the twinsika bi fam baabi ana gold ni ye twi fam baabi Dr. Kwame Ampofo ene say odini din ato sa asemi so etoso mienu court throws out announced defamation suit against Kennedy Japan as announced describe it as a travesty of justice Kennedy Kwame Ampofo Japan and say who watches the watchman nini nsem bi okan and announce areme ya wa announce ede ekokodan court to say wakan nsem bi de aguna nim ase ede nanim twitwiri fom ene say court no call ya court no so abua ebua de mu no ena anas ebe kan say de ebe ne ntanchia bi ene yakwa akobuo ebi no so kan say ade ye de to won no court no akọ atra so de o say osi ehwe kan ebe say na yetimi adwendwene ho at as it is de abrantie ebo backman obeba na oba betenase eti yenhwe various newspapers ni mu nsem ni bi honom osi Christian Achu goes home to die and Christian Achu and say at the forecourt of the State House and so what me SCC in the kama ama emu no so ayeko akwa atachire kra Ghana mampanyina be di echire eko honom chese odinani monyam ko tachire Ghana mampanyina be di echire enso ekoye wode n'animonyam ekokata ekoko bata ho na saaso na Ghana mampanyini dada wonte akonwa so John Dramani Mahama so ekọ ho na etitiru so including the diplomatic corps so ekọ ho a omokokọhwe ye me kan graphic development series high level agric dialogue in Kumasi under the auspices of Otumfuo Oseitutu wotoso mienu graphic no msimpuntuo enhyehyeye bi a womo eye enu nti empanifuo kukudam na etena se asoi adwene ewo Kumasi ahinkuro no mu ni nyina ne se Otumfuo Oseitutu abebio en santehene ana esiri na so na graphic ede aben na Ghanaian Times ana wono so ede atoaso na ode caretaker minister for trade and industry Samuel Abu Jinapo lawyer also $8 million VW assembly plant inaugurated in Temang Volkswagen ana womo enhyehyeye da honum was it chancellor ne ba ha Angela Merkel na said the hina chancellor ne ba ye na Nana Danko Akufo-Addo enkomodidie mu na koba say German car maker Volkswagen obeba no aba be assembly plant wa ha Africa obi or South Africa it is the second plant in Africa and ode aba Ghana ha say ni nyina no ko wie say the then trade ministry under the then leadership of Chematene etimi automotive development policy na automotive development policy no ene koko wie say car makers ene makoma kunsia ana womo car ehhye ewo ahase enti Volkswagen for no ba ko industrial area has a universal for investment omo necessary the tema reasons ana omo biemu a afi Volkswagen for say omo be car mako empimnum 5,000 units every year na senti omo de akotema ne say omo pese bet tema port yetimi export VW vehicles no units no bi e de free Ghana say akọ other West African states na eno na osu pepra ono eno ye Volkswagen for no oye omo panyini e be kire say first part no a kire matene ye automotive development policy no this year the aka na second part vehicle parts so original OCED if I've got it right to original parts and also see no akam na no na Samuel Abu Jinapo say very few days here the enemy no omo behwe ama sa policy nso ayaye no eda honom no cabinet age ede atum na timi make sure say ye be original car parts ni bi enso so ewo Ghana ahase na Times ade a wode bai no na Herald the Bokrata na wono so was saying Akufo-Addo's father's side boycotts his state awards osi ene Ghana mampanyini na wo hwa miama award ede ama wo man ma yaye bibi ede ahye oman Ghana no animonyam na wasi Nana Danko Akufo-Addo president of the republic nisi wani so achefa ewo mu akuroponfo no akuapema akuropon osi nipa ni bi so anyeden ya meje de Ghana mampanyini de mayen en wakofa photo dia betua Justice Sofa Akufu odaha na Gloria Erefua Akufu so daha Marietta Brew apia opong so edaha sei na wose apia opong ene Erefua Akufu womo ene gina mu jointly in 2017 emma manso ane da Ghana ene la Côte d'Ivoire ntam efa epo bia ya twen fanwo no yekodi asem no Germany na apiopon sha ase na Gloria Kufu susu ebe wie no mumienu ka bo mu etimi ema Ghana nkunimdie ebe ye de no eno ena jese abasobode no Marietta Brew apiopon female attorney general den bra niamu abaso o se de bi mempe eno troma solicitor general Gloria Erefua Akufu former attorney general kwano susu no bra one day ade ne da wa ye bonidin wa ma meje Erefua de wo mu obi atwaso ate de wo mu obi atwaso na bepa so han de aburi yes esi ya bepa so han no na wasu refu ekufu so be person han na wo mo anim panifo ye adwuma ye twitwa ye substantive ministers nantini ma ye gi adwuma ne de mamo ye gi mamo so afi na de na stole nantimi nko we nyina da asem. Daily Dispatch and workers say was the open letter from an industry player on government good for oil policy. Was the name so idea nipa bia won so wonim die wa kwadre ewo wayire nsensemimu na eye abaya na money awatuo Dr. Muhammad Bawumia the vice president spearhead say yede eye agudie efem agudie ekokwoji eye fanwo no ni nyina no ana ode akyekye mu a ode ade abetoa delegate akwankyere no ana wono so wo ka ne seye delegate na samtiawa ne say o say eye dom kitase road progresses best sky workers on site o say eye ne de kwan a edi free domi edi etwamuo ewo atomic runabout edi twamuo ewo kwabenya edi ekokotwamuo ewo Ashasi University ama say kuredi am ntwam ko obi ohene no kura awurade o say kuro ni ma Abraham Prema mun ka me say kuro ya ufiri wa nansa na wakoduru kitase unim ekuro ni ni ma o me ba kuro free ho nana ufiri Ashasi University say kuro no wonom na feso so no chiremate estates no so no ekuro na wo wonom no ekuro ni di ma police station fefe bi kurasi wonom ekuro no duru wansa na wakofa wura no mu akwaduru kitase wahine fache mwati ana fache me odabia fache me se ukuro monument me am wati ana ekuro bi wansa na wako umfa nche me ana bitimi WhatsApp akai me wati ana WhatsApp me 050 600 090 na kai me ekuro no a utra shares ya ekuro na ho no mu nansa na wakofa wura mu akwakosi kitase no na wahine no na mukuru ni a ebeye ne ya papa da ADAKABRI asase no kra ma jimi fama mun check mami google it Ashasi University here find ewo yechi honom kwabenya chi honom ekuro no ma munidi ebeye me ya pa google it abrekoso ready ahine fache mu ade ana oda bia hesi fache mu ade ana right na chronicle na wono so odimpo ni pepepe na ode ato ase Ketia and Odiatuano say Traders Association confirms to the Chronicle 8,000 stalls at Ketia market use 1 ECG meter. Or say so at the Ketia store down bako and pim watchi or meter bako pet. And now also ode ato a honum. Na weekend crusading guide. And now wobusa Dr. Also free akoto nipa bonfo nipa no ape na waputu ni question in context na question bi wo you busa wo a put in the context to appreciate it very well now fe wodi wadi ato or say why do Dr. Akoto wants to be president or say I want to give Ghana a new look it discard the video bi obi ade ato nche baby Mr. T or say why Dr. Akoto wants to be president or say I want to give Ghana a new look. Amunya video no a mubobo di dwa nipa ho no. Ade asembe kura ni. Na wo yem interview wi na senkan kan kura na kama anka ni ya. Wa na asa this video no sa akoto. A week in the coming days no, we better say me Dr. Akoto ebetena se. Amobehunu ne exploits. Ade a wa ye papa. Oye Oxbridge scholar on Greek economics. Enti behunu and Ghana kwam say coffee on the dog coffee kese pa wa Ghana cocoa kese and na coffee back on the don kese pa wa Ghana okwa free so cocoa and na Dr. Anthony Akoto say so Daily Post and on so e de bae o say Totobi kwachi calls for sanity ahead of NDC Escado Kitai constituency primaries Dr. Grace Ayensu Central Region Grace Ayensu nana ana nanu woni Jogate ade kokoyire so a afi no chese emum se mu ayede nipa bia hunu se SMPP for NDC for no ya MPP for no it is kado ketan no NDC primaries na mu ayeden papa this ayensu so na bekro na osan editor the find that the Democrat or say assignment brutalities sanction soldiers TDD Occupy Ghana demand justice for victims and the finder at the abano then I know namonia nyambra sama asoja poko tuye ewa shama no akowie say yantwe wo mo aso the informer the Democrat and or the aben or see race for MPP standard bearer Alan dead on arrival Ura Frank Anodompre was say MPP Frank Kuta see Kosia Kano Bajotre Martin Omonyo was say Wukura where Tiasia or Tiasia Wu it a race for MPP standard bearer Alan dead on arrival that is Alan the way in Ano Ensiaga enti Muya Anodompre Waka Yobeka so na waka no enti mumpasa na yɛhwɛ sɛdeɛ esi etie the Ebobakman aba betena se ne nua kuma a wɔma no support ɛsɛ Benjamin Akowua ɛnso so ɛma no support papa na se yeye
Apo
owura Ebobakman ɔyɛ political analyst and strategist ɛna yɛne no ba bedi enkomo awie enti quick one yenyi we say from papa as I tell you there wa woni pa alanko jo kire matin ne yire Mrs Patricia Chematin ne yire maame na Ephraim and then at low key program or Tantra Hill Rajon Kufo former president Ekoi Misery Ura John Dramani Mahama Ekoi and also Coco Misery na asat time me free where we no na Ghana man penny and na bedi chire Dr. Mahmoud Bami Alaji na omu bia ama ho
ADAKABRI me Jimsy there also there yehu sensira ntuma mba ho ansana na ya ka ho asam me fi Cape Coast Maroban na pan metino wo kana metinum na FM station be reported there the vice president I think the president also but na Ora John Mahama so wo obi achu vision achu ne program no dem amaka no
John ni free achu ho no e no ba Alan yire ne maame cuz Alan ase
ne yi but dem amaka no menyim the cc amenyu kase se wo ho za menyim na senti so
as at 1 p.m. no
yes senti so and when you want so I don't know but in Kobefe there obi a nyina wo ejuma wo ye ejuma kor na otwe ne ho onchere bia no se dem asem to na oye mpenko nyo ye ejuma no obutum abo ne
I don't forget to na opeso ye low key if we say maame no a wa free mo no pa ne papa ne animado Ghana eskafo ni bi animado abetifi nti private BB I won't say one to cross a announcement because we are led to believe say Amino Ankasa can say on percent she was about 90 years on percent 91 on percent na yi ebeye jobi say beba be nipa beba be bua faso giving ne banished ne badu no stage and you know but would you still say a dominant the empese beba ho a the mampanyini no ene na be de echi ne komitimi agobi
oh ncha hanze church funeral so no oya panyifu bi na woko funeral biara on ye open to the public no was normally invitation was manpanyin nyimpatiti bi awowo manum ane kronum na woko nti I mean I want to be very careful talking about it because one, minim sentra went to one call. Probably when we get to know the reasons, then we can talk more.
Yeah, going forward, DNBC.
But you say another president.
Also, Alan Wari dead on arrival. Who will comment to you?
No, don't prepare.
And I'm a Benjin cancer and a Wabaka. When a Yakwala. I Benji as Mari cry. I don't press Mari cry.
Za. Overseer.
I'm a 2 bomb be a
Yeah, no fufu I am pre ho. Ya wo fufu I am pre ho konom ho kwan. No kwasem say obi to say honorable anodom pray. He is the last person you be expect to say obetimi ahwe irala nkwadwoche maten anim no akache ne say ensi na yekono wawe kra nanso akoba ne sa enso mpanyifo say agro no ene form yewura ala nkwadwoche maten declare intentions. I think say ne ho sent na age ba bia ama ewura no dompre na nkasa say bi wako declare ni support ama another person ono ankasa wahu a form said the eden esitie ayi aye kwa no chese no ye bribe ho asem nyina ala no nko ba bia ma ontues ka ma obi so medi na chida enti yenim se mre tomre so no me sure se enuanom ndc for kra nim se ala no mo ne kwa akensi so wo ankasa wo kan alan enya ayi kra no ewura mahama obaye na ahwe nkoma ekoso na ati menua agro no me no na ede ekodie enti yenko no boko wati ase enti ya kansie na yeko obi a wo ho kwan se o kire na adwe na nipa bi se kase ya ehye yenkran ehye yendense yenya adwuma mo na yemfa improve nipa etesa no wrong enti yebeti ase form na ye prove no wrong.
Mapa.
Yes.
I'm not on press more.
Bob Marley Bonyumbi.
And not then.
Because the time will tell. Because you think you are in heaven, but you are living in hell. And he says, time will tell. Kakrama Kanye there. Another prayer, considering his position as a majority chief whip, one would have expected then such comment, in a certain behavior Nancy will put up on those things should not come from him. Fortunately,
newspaper, informer, and a reporter.
Yes, I've seen some of his Twitter posts and some Facebook posts.
Alan dead on arrival.
Yes, and it's unfortunate. You see, contest now Morocco. Until if you take this position and you behave like the way he's behaving, of course there are other MPs who don't support Alan, but they don't behave like the way he's behaving. I think he's doing it too much, and when Alan wins, I'm not saying if Alan wins. When Alan wins, you will find it difficult to get close. Even though when he gets close, the man will just open his arms and just welcome him, because his behavior is too much. I think the party must call him to order. You see, one thing. I mean, this is not the first time you are having such elections. 2007, I played very active role, and I can tell you that there was nothing like what Anodon Prayer is doing. I mean, no leader of the party openly supported a candidate like the way Anodon Prayer is doing. For me, the party must wake up and make sure they crack the ship, because if Anodon Prayer, someone like Anodon Prayer is not checked, and the way he's going, Obisu responder, you never know what is going to happen. For me, one checking, I won't call him to order.
Why can the campaign on Kuya?
No. I mean, this is not the first time. Recently interviewed your grantee in some of the kind, and this time to as I said, he should be called to order. He's a leader of the party in parliament, and leaders don't behave like the way he's behaving. Good leaders don't behave like the way he's behaving. That is what I would say to the issue now. Crazy,
Answer na say pen no paper. Now your quick notes be now because 10 advantages why Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia and I was MPP for Tumano. And then 10 advantages why Alankwajo Chirematin and I was MPP for Tumano. I want you to make notes and then you make compare and contrast and make analysis of the 10 points. Ubi an individual 10 points. No. It's not ya mumano a plain sheet be mammy. Na mama pen. Na ye na mia minua so eye samonua madonko samonua madonko se enefie so no eno so ejina mu eye enefie ejina mu samonua madonko so no state house one ma atude state house one e wa na samonua madonko so no eye former health minister former Ashanti regional minister ho na ono so ne die no ehye so ene no eye key day at the forecourt of the state house no atwude no ho and samonua madonko de no ho just at a point no abusua no so enoma bi ekoko so ntina afia ama state support and state cooperation with samonua madonko ayie no na state no akugina chiri kakra nti ya na yensua bibi so mfrim say in the political arena omo esom Ghana no na omo ware na omo ne omo yire no ntem e bia abusua no so ne eye omo ba no ibi na enkoyi a ya me enye quick emfa ho ntansa no emmo oba no na ese oba no ne abusua mu manso nti no at the end of the day state na state no found it necessary obetwe no ho nanka ni munyamu a state no ede ebeta niama donko akire no na sa ni munyam no enni honom because esentiase bi nya adwuma enya itimi so ana mo ware so a wa asem wa ware ase no mo protect mo yire no na mo ni mabusua so ni ni yie na nya se afedie ba ma ni hɔ a na abusua ni free set no ma bebre no ebi a oba no ne hweye e ma ne baaye na ye nsre so saa na ye mpa ni munyam eso fa amade ko memo atrase stress mami ya na da bia yenya cordial relationship between especially men no omo no mabusuafo na ya na eno akire no ye ntamfa ho ntansa no emo oba no de bia dodode bi na oba no de wonya diye na ye busua no de yenya bi ani afi ba mani ni hɔ a na se chichire bi sa amade na wo sraman. Yes.
2 o'clock. Yeah.
If you had a cocoa.
Onye. Takuma. And so my boss. My boss. He had my Methodist
Oh yeah.
registrar.
Okay.
Boss me, immediate boss, I mean in the year, my friend is
Okay.
said 2008 or July. Manting MP for when he's been a very quiet support. A free move, and then any 1 week. Any 1 week in front, a baku at him. And
So I'm crying.
I ain't crying. And then you see, you have a pioneer madonko, the other home. I can say, Miniaba, Deputy Minister of Trade, Amadu Kuya,
And what hineba?
or Hineba, Yama. Me a free move, because the other, for 1 week.
Couldn't say
And no paying.
TV, I'm a man, and TV in the home fee. No more so to be Usu on a hot and coffee TV.
And no pay your customers say you are Alan. I say,
A nothing, mammy, and the year mammy.
yeah, mammy. It's in a dear, a crum ha a bit.
I'm a cock see you a bit of oh.
Yeah, and no Sujina hot train.
Aye.
It's adding our young some yeah, a bit dated. Carrying nipa, our in the bush. Much as possible, send your bit to me, Biano. Especially man, that would send your bit. The only who can bush your fountain. Peace. In fear be a chum. Yami fear SMBC. What drink your one? Your four. Hey. You're no person. I think you should done it.
There's a busuana to say, what say? Our young busuanino were free.
There should be a queen accident.
In the car. And you did a bueno, a bonabono, you did room of you.
Wada.
Oh,
Now, into a bath, who say? Me no new money as them. He many so titi me and who say me. I forward some them mammy a free dunia fee. In fact, me mammy we and me papa bush your phone a bay.
nice. Your mother should
No, so. Amreno. If you when you saw deal with you,
as I come.
I wonder papa and the bush. Hey, they are not the Sabrin and me whom papa will for the first time. O true, must me be worry away. Now, miss trouser back. Me shirt back. You could have books to say. Me portmanteau back. In your menu, my brother Munina, many mammy name.
It is a declaration.
Ochina mi ni hwa ya mami onu na esi ya nyama kwa mo ya o se na yire ni ope no the property. That was the first time I saw as well. What room? Also
The certainties.
all true was all ware me mami no kura shirt back. Trouser back.
A declare the assets.
Ni o de ba ye no. It is after that when you bribia
As in Camras or ho. Say idea munya ye abra na mware.
Na ba na mami papa ware 1981.
That's that time na just say.
Sa de ni ho.
Say a problem kese.
Enne say if you papa nu amade ho na nke ye ba atwu ho. Nka former president ama ye papa Akufo-Addo for staff come go kwatena ho de omu ani onya mfias because onu ye panyin.
But the minister da.
Yes. Enu atwu ya akwala. Obu firi ho a
Na nko ba ha.
Eja omu bekoyi.
Asa bebre.
Omu bekoyi ye nya aho. Say from ha ye nyina obi aho begim. Ntibre wo. Obi a twene.
The basa no a odihye no a okono. Na mo hwehwe ni munyam ma no
na ma ha mo ho ono okọ. Se abusua ne ma ne akire mo. Because even in the annals of the NDC, ye papa ni di mu ma ye were fi wo ho. Me nya NDC ni nti nkai nse se fa me ho, but fa me ho. Because why ye bia ma party no. Me nya sure say NDC party crap they were duly represented. Me ma nkọ de. Ba me
nanka MPs no agigina mu a nanka bipartisan approach.
My dear,
Nanka minority majority.
I say MPs na NDC MPs ni na agigina mu.
At where the MPP MPs no ethnic omukabo mu. Emma Hunsons. Yensua bibim frame.
Yensua edin me nim the situation.
The bin so aya na.
I mean nim ne ekoso wo.
What level of briefing and there was especially mema no ye de ma abusuafo no hunu say because papa dey say no he did very well.
Oh yes.
And you can imagine the abusuafo so
bubu. The certain say me mami so afiri mu akogya no.
Akogya no. The hona abusuan so be ka papa say kure. Oba ya so ne de ntuba bu.
Na nipa na mo betwe manso no nyina ono kra omo nyina mo agya no ho.
Anyway.
Enti esese edin. Enti na ma ne bebre no kra ni nyame ani. Ye ho a. Amedumu na onya baba aku mienu bi mien. Enye wadwuma bi ye. Ho to in a way a awa no nhye da hia wo sa.
Sir.
Because me be ware wi.
Eno ho nsensem.
Wo no nya problem se nkrofo edi wachi no wabusuafo afi ne be frɛ me baifo afi ne be bubodin me ba na bia no mabɔ me bra bi ansa na obehia me aware mi o. Enso so me ware wo purchase bibia ma ye bia it's inconsequential chese mfa ho. Me hwa atare ekora ye wa. Bi franto ma ye wa. Bi twimani ma ye wa. Na ne wutiri nso anya ye so be ware na woni ba. Enye ne ehia nie fa ya wo.
Ehia nie. Ya ma na so anadwo. Ama and that story be a meti yes na we
dey ya kan ya
sir e manso tensem o
ADAKABRI me worry 5 years na me wo ye
but it do be so
ya kakra fa mani
so no
me ni mo ni ma ne de bia me bom payem
ma wo atwetwe
ni fa mani so no
I just
Na
I
me
want
tie
your
ye.
mind.
Na me chiri ba e ware ye.
Oh.
4 years after me.
Na
Na
dem.
edem.
That's what. Enye de hia ni watwi n'anim. Hey. Edu be say ana emu ya kakra o say nye be ma na e problem. But you do be so ya na uhunu where I was here chem. Because obi dey say me say the menu ma na hwe me papa. The menu ma.
But say woni ama na ka o che say oba na akọware no nso mo bra.
And I was here baby was here chim. No, because obi dey say adonya akon fi upon the way I warm up abrekwa bros answer one. No. Na wo hwe so tama kwa bros answer so ware ye no. Bia no ma bi so oba no so nya ma nyina kra no mo good luck. No. It be ye den wetimi achim. Ama wunu ama no na hunu say nya se kwa bros answer ne wanya ba bia sintu wo mfi yen. No. Na wo yire no so dia na wo so wo ye ma sanity eba mu nyina mo ntem. Ma
Eye wo be ma no wo na wo ye the head of the answer na oba ware oba no ma ni hu situation he asem unuanom se ne osi onu e bia na wo na wo hwe fi nti mo oba ni nti na ho asese awura nya me pe na wo be ware mi o me na me hwe mi nua ma no me hwe omomma me wo fa asefo enya mi omu ni bi nti nya se wo ba be ware mi no wo be gye mi aboso na mi sika bi kwa nti na oba na ati ne ho asese wo hwe na wo ntimi a on ware wo
okay.
And
And you know, just lay the cards on the table.
Yes. Oba bi wo ho ye boafo only problem. Oba boa wo. Obi nsusu wo ho ane de enti sa nti ma ne hu nokore na ewo mu na.
No decide.
No decide so ne wo betena. Eno ne very different. Na me a wa anka nkyere me bra me ka bia aware na ye kware me nso na me sika na dɔɔso.
Aye.
Edan na ye tim na bia na ye me dia. Ase bi nti ye me mmoso.
Me mmoso.
Ebi efie wo aduane me na meto. Wo ka akura wo yusu e bia me bisika ne tom a wo atare a wo hye me oba me na me tom
Me pese me kunu ho beda so
na wo nua man ma ba fie ho ba ye pan edu point bi a
wo mutimi ba fie ho
ana se de bia
am ka
e bia ware mi wie wo ni dan ni bia me wo bi ni nti watu abetena me de so wo mu ni me
ye ba ye nua ba
ye ware ye mo husi akotena ba bi foforo hwan na bedwen se oba ne dia me so oba ne koya announce wari mi wie e bia na me so machi ye masiesie me ho bibi wo ho me dia cover
wo fanum bi kura
babusuafo nti ase because they don't know wo so anka no kora nkyere wo nua ma no
say ne wo mu
babusua ababa wa ya me kwaware ni say na wa ya ama me say na o ya aboa me etimu nsama bra bo mu asesa e bia na ya adom bi efiri ne side ya mpe no kora ne ka enti obi e ba no ode na dwen ba me nua ba ma ware wa ye yie enti o ba no nye ono nko a ode ne ma ba miensa me abeji wo guest bedroom aboso ye ba no wo ho bi a wasiesie abeji wa hokwo papa bi ho ne be sisa ye na yagu ye be ya ben kwan ya ko kan ye si hey
now what can I say please get off the sofa in fact ya won hye ya was yetimi hunu ze
I no correct be open ma wonu ama no nti asese oba ne ye sei on ne ye sei nti mesrem me ma bi wo ha enye me dia me yire na eboa me daachi bi me nya me dia mo betimi abam as it is my wife and na me na me yire 50-50
they can be any o
won kan ene ni ntokwa no
na you nua ba ni e pia papa se so wa so bra ro tie mi a o se kwa bro so anse ne me ma
ene ni ntokwa no enti on so ni se ye nua ba ma fie ne ya ba na eno sa no yire kwa adwuma no pa o sha tare ya hey otuka hey no so me ka ye bia ne dia
e bia be depend so na ye ken me free me nua ba ya adwonya ko fie na mkwa abro kire nti na je se ne che so wa ye yie nti wo ba ya wura free se adwonya ko nsam na free ko abro kire anyway nti o se ya tutu ne yie ma me na kai o ma fi ma me o amna ah we de bro for kan wa do be kwa kwetena bonwuro minti bi mba ho na ya na particular tribe of obi so na ta yes am enye nne na me be kan o masam that be measure that no ya ka ho asam because ya na nipa bebre suffer in silence I just say ye mu o mo na ayasam from mapa ono se enke bi na mpede be sia no kasa na into okay since ya to be kakra fa no
Oh yes.
I mean for 5 years na I won mbay also do fa na enyu ado no do kan no oba bi tifi o say yes sister akon sister wa kan mu akuti ya be bo
akwa asore dem na wotwam na mampanyimfo te ho
I saw them on you abusuafo no. No mutimi di nkomo ma ne twa asom.
Nye ne ehia ne Holland fra.
I saw them a man penifo no see a true of one.
Eya na mo tat na kire ho.
Omo tat na kire. Nye de ehia ne Holland fra.
Na o twi bia besesa ho nye ne ehia ni.
Nemu.
Aya wo. Na why mistake. Na obi ba wakwaje no.
Sir.
Any point na me kwa adon no.
Because the moon somewhere ye kekano. This is very sad. Just the people are suffering in silence. They were.
Ukwaji obi ba.
Ukwaji obi ba de ani be ahwe no.
Wo ye.
Wo ya, ukwa adore ya wontimi nyi obi ba.
Nyepo.
Your society ne yete sa na said dey.
Just say heading. They do points in the main adore.
I say your class you pekasa dudu.
On top of everything, me say ja aware no so do points in. I'm inquire for.
Ankwa yefro so a wantimi anware na aba hwan ayefro.
Na wotiri anya ye na bia baba wa no hu say role model si betwa me cake mama me.
Hey!
Tibi mi ti hey, u frame say me betwa cake mama ka josem pa me ja aware.
E me ja aware timi ntwa cake. Me ka say communion na onye. Na me say the cake is with me twa. In fact, your society no.
Am I say me mobo?
Because I no obi ka kire me say atwo yire etitwi a.
Nko
Koma. Asa obi ka kire me no. O se Christian atwo na yire eti twi a. Enka won magana ha. Eye no ko ma. Yesere be na wotwe da no wa ma ne mu nsam anipa bi kekan ye. Senka na yire no etitwi a. Dem se na die na timi ba ma.
Na nua be ma e ba ka wo kasa ya ma atwo nua panyin sofo no. E be kasa ye se oba le ni omu kasa. Omu anu mo ka kire ne se because it's expensive.
E fomo.
Aye dey obebe yi.
E fomo.
E fa ho ben.
Hey. Because as mo bi ka kire o senka wotitwi a wa ma.
Koma.
Kasa tentre.
You know about 20 ticket amano.
Who never 20 ticket amano?
The mindset, the way on bed describe.
That's at a point where I could use the word partner instead of husband. At a point, I can say, and one name Kwalani Kasai, in teachers Adena, it was the last matter Ukunka was a name Kwalani Kasai. The fact that one can say, one name Kwalani Kasai, no cancer, one name Kwalani Kasai, no, the presenter say, that's
nice. Phone, why the bands and all the man Kwalani?
Let me just say, it's saying,
if I'm home.
I'm not remember who you want to say, if I'm home, a show book. And Mapa, Yamra back and you are done and somebody be a
very important issues.
You have social canker. And no be brave come. Says someone say a moving a dahonoa. Yan the moon somebody be a ya. So now Ukoko ye bigger beer wouldn't him a year no and I say him a busianoa. Now there's a yet you can be asking a bit me repeat and the idea ye open. And there be no bompire so say, I could be busu anymore, level headed. And the level headed, no, or no bit me a silly baby as a munity in the beer, yen you say. Okay, Mapa. Yane Ora Ebo Backman, a political analyst and a strategist and a marketing guru. And I Yanni Bedin Komui. Now, you can share or say 10 advantages of Dr. Alhaji Ahmad Bawumia going into 2024 elections and why he must lead MPP. I said number 1, advantages for Dr. Bawumia. He's younger amongst all the aspirants, young blood. And Dr. Bawumia is 59-60. He will be 60 in October, and I said November, October. He will be 60 then. He's younger amongst them. Number 2, I say Dr. Bawumia has marketed himself very well, politically, over the years than any other candidate. Over the years, he's marketed himself very well. Number 3, I say Dr. Bawumia is a good political communicator. I see the whole nation sits and listens to Dr. Bawumia when he speaks. Nobody catches cold, but they listen attentively. We can capture the audience. Number 4, I see Dr. Bawumia has demonstrated that he's innovative. He has innovative solutions to Ghana's developmental challenges. Number 5. Also, Dr. Baumia is a canon of ideas for life-changing and national development. A canon of ideas. Number 6. Also, Dr. Baumia has a massive influence from all levels, from academia to the streets. Number 7. Also, Dr. Baumia is loyal to his duties and to his superiors. He's loyal to a fault, dedicated to executing his duties loyally and loyal to his superiors. Number 8. Also, Dr. Baumia values friendship and maintains friendship. Number 9. Also, Dr. Baumia loves unconditionally. Give me your unconditional love. And I hope I could continue. What are the words? Give me your unconditional love. And number 10. I say Dr. Baumia is trustworthy. He will be with you in both good days and bad days. And indeed, number 11. Dr. Baumia is highly tolerant and believes in religious tolerance, a pivot to national unity and development. Papa, you know it now.
Achocho baby.
Achocho baby. Then say, Alan Martin 10 advantages and also so. Alan Martin 10 advantages and also so. Then say, and also so no. You need home come away. Alan Martin 10 advantages. Also so. Alan Martin 10 advantages in India. He's good for 2024. Or say, first 10 advantages of Alan Martin for 2024. 1. Alan's credibility and integrity are invaluable political assets for 2024. His credibility and integrity. Number 2. I say Alan's character and utterances and behavior, invaluable political asset for 2024. So his character, his utterances, and his behavior, a good asset for 2024. Number 3, I say Alan's words and promises can be trusted by Ghanaians. Number 4, Alan has a solid job creation record that can easily win the unemployed youth in 2024. Number 5, I say the Alan Cash brand is the most popular and marketable political brand in the country, Ghana. Marketable and popular. Number 6, I say Alan's jobs for the people, cash for the people slogan is the most appealing to the electorates. Just for the people, cash for the people. That's the slogan. Number 7, Alan is extremely competent and resource-oriented. Doesn't say much, but gets on to the job, hands-on, rolls up his sleeves, and get the results. Not lamentation. Number 8, I say, Alan is the one who can win us the needed Christian votes in 2024. 72% Christians, you know. I say, Alan Chematine, and a bit me a. Number 9, Alan is the one who can win us the needed Akan votes, particularly the Ashanti region votes. I just say Akan region, you know, and a day Ayabe. Number 10, Alan is the one who can win us the needed women votes. So Alan can bring in more women. Alan can bring in the Akans. Alan can bring in the Christians. Papa, I summon the Dahonomono. And if what's a plan, my father, I'm punching you. And I'm punching me what's a plan, be and I just have to me the chopper, preserving powers applying into ya. Now will be into me was up. Abraham will be there or more be one. And there was a blind answer my attraction, baby. Mappa.
Yeah, Mapo.
What do you have?
Mapa, Ozikan, Nchobeya and Chayanshwe, Oye Ura, Oye Vice President, ne advantages na.
Situated with Alan Sonezen.
Yeah, in fact, I saw this on social media, I think 2 or 3 days ago. People were sharing it there. The advantages he brings to the ticket. And the first one was the age issue.
Younger.
That those who are contesting is younger among those who are contesting. Well, I don't know if that is true because I don't think he's older than Kojo Poku. There's this young man who is also.
Is Kojo Poku a member of the MPP?
Yeah, Kojo Poku, I've listened to him and he said he's a member of MPP and he's contesting. And obviously Kojo Poku is younger than the vice president. So on that score, I don't think he's the youngest among those who are contesting. But young fan there.
What's applying to Jakakra? The year came with me. I was up here on 050 372 1744 050 372 1744. Have you mean to you?
Yeah, I must say, granted, there he's the youngest. Yeah, let's assume that indeed he's the youngest among those contesting. But I don't know the reason why the person, I mean, those who put out this, believe that his age is an advantage. I don't know whether it is the youth factor, the fact that the youth in Ghana, the youth dominate the political market. Probably the idea is that his age, or young, will be appealing to the youth. Maybe that is what that is what they think because
the strategy is thought.
Yes, yeah. Because apart from that, you can't use age for anything in what we are doing. But then records across the world. I mean, if you look at leaders who have made changes, massive changes and transformation in their countries, some of them are older than 60 years and all that. I mean, currently the U.S. president, and Biden is the oldest U.S. president or something like that, very old man. The previous one was also Trump, very old man. Our sitting president is an old man. The age factor nankasaze on shutdown to me advantage per se in itself. But so if it is related to the youth,
could it be an attribute, an appeal?
Yes, I'm coming. Maybe to attract the youth, so or a youthful candidate. So I don't think. Okay, of course, once again, 59 years on to me a youthful. I mean, 59 years is not youthful anyway. But then, if the idea is to get the youth, the point I want to make in there, the youth in Ghana will not be interested in the age of the next president. That is not what they are interested in. The youth in Ghana, what they are interested in is that the next president should be somebody as Oba. Obutumizi Ejuma. Obutu my Ghana economy wa konenyi me Ejuma aba. Because as I've always said, Ghana a major problem or a youth unemployment. Until the next president of Ghana should be somebody Oba. Ozi Njuma bibugu akwem. Ozi shishe bibugu akwem ma Obama Ejuma waba. Mamba farmer na we school be over 5 years in 4 years in 3 years in onye ejuma afi when ejuma ye. That is what they are thinking about. It is not whether the person is 40 years, 50 years or 60 years. Sabi last me catch program there. Nya abofobia no nyim nyansa. Na enye penyi bi aso na onyim nyansa. Ye ombo farmer onyim nyansa, na ye ombo farmer so sabi onyim nyansa. The master they own penny for winning yansa. Na your own penny for winning yansa. So age in itself, on shada and your factor in this race So I don't see it as a strong point. If it is being considered as an advantage, it can never be a strong point for election in Yerikwe. Because major issues, that will come up. One, or employment issue, I don't think it has anything to do with age. And so that is one thing I would say. But if you ask him from compare Oral and Chamatin, the first point, because we are looking at number one, or I should go through all this, then I will come back to Oral and Chamatin. ADAKABRI, maybe so was some there. Munko Nina do 111 and me fayin one and my face no one.
Ufa way number one.
Okay, I don't know how they are arranged, but then Oral and Chamatin number 1, no, I'm there on your issue of credibility and integrity. If you look at the issue of credibility and integrity, it is said there are your political asset. The question is it a political asset? If you ask me, my candid opinion, I'm a political asset. Because politics, say area or your kasa na your kasa, you platform da. A kasa chire Ghana fo. Into Ghana fo, Obaji America no, Obaji Zana one jeans, to a very large extent, Ojina, integrity. Is it a person of integrity? Does he have what it takes there? Asama okano, otum, oye, bibi the fam okan wana, osunumo oka, no osunumo oye. Inti first point ni raising my oye Oral and Chamatin, mijizi kachira me there, or a very strong point. If you compare the two, it is stronger than the age point. That one is credibility. Whether people listen to you and believe what you are saying and fall for what you are saying, it depends on your credibility. And your credibility also depends on your words. In Sama Aka, in Zama Aje in the past. No Kofujina do was a credible person and a credible person. A person of integrity and a person of integrity. And every good leader, these two traits, must be seen in a leader. You see, a person of credibility, if the answer is yes, check. You see, a person of integrity, if the answer is yes, check. So for me, if you compare the first two, I would say that Oral and Chamatin, ne advantage, or carry weight is in the age advantage. I'm not writing off the age advantage completely, but I'm saying that it won't be an issue in the next election because the Ghanaian youth who are probably who use them age was attracted one concern will not be the age of the next president. They'll look at the vision and the plans of the next president. The issue number 2 so Oya vice president number 2 what's in there? He has marketed himself over the years. I mean, he was a running mate for 8 years. He's also going to be vice president for 8 years. So, in the wisdom of those who put out this 10-point advantage, on there, because white shell was system, one market, that is what they are saying. But you see, I've always made a point there. When it comes to the issue of marketability, the most important factor is not the product, it's the market. I church the mass same a couple of times today. Say, yes, will be a marketable. On here, the person that is so important. But iguana important. Because you can be able to I was seeing in about 30 years. But if you're cotton one, the market in favor it means you are not marketable. Even though you are popular, even though you are famous, because you're cotton or marketing one town may yes can be few on a power be few. But you are not marketable. So that is why and interesting that let me say this. All those, I think, Dr. Baumia, Oral and Chamatin, now other people were put on contesting. Dr. Baumia, Oral and Chamatin, or economist, and I'm a boy. So I will speak economics kakra. in terms of the marketability issue. In economics, to be a basic economics behind you, the margin there. In economics, what's it? The market is what determines what to produce. Do you understand? It's not the producer who determines it. It's the market. And I'm saying that whether somebody say you turn about to want to original market to do, you go no charge the button. And I'm saying that you can't look at somebody's number of years in office and say that because of that, or you're marketable. I probably will get to the issue of marketability more. And also, yes, it could be an advantage, but if you analyze it from marketing perspective, I don't think it will be a huge advantage there because why charity? So yeah, there, he can if they are giving me factors there. Ghana political market is made up of these features or these characteristics. Inti, say a cotton woman or button and tama. Then the issue of him being marketable no, will come. But so far, no, they just say that because why charity was seen in one market or a marketable, which is not the case. Which is not the case. So if you look at Oran and Chamatin, the second point now, I want also, as a compare, Dr. Baumia, the second point now. Oran and Chamatin's second point in say, what's your name? Alan Chamatin's character, or transits and behavior, no, or your good or your invaluable political assets. Question: character will play a role in politics now in terms of elections. Will Ghanaians look at somebody's character and say that on the basis of Mbakone character, what to Obama now? The answer is yes, because a good leader must have a good character. Honestly, all over the world, this particular one, it will fit in every ABR. Second, also, no all transits. Most soccer of a corner of a docasa. Is there. If there's a one politician, it will be difficult to pin him down with something he has said in the past. Assembly waka one can ye. The Mississippi as I campaign it said if there's one person won't sudden come with the margin or you run and Hamilton. Is a Ghana or you're very careful with the way he speaks. In all transits beyond the way he relates even to the opponent, the way he relates to Nana party for no is always careful. And it's a good advantage if you ask me. And the other one, which is the behavior, of course, ADAKABRI, behavior is also very important. I mean, a good leader must be a leader of good behavior. Say, what's your opinion adue? Why, and that's why your opinion adue. Only the moment Obakade our society ma enye opinion one day Obakade ya show him. Obakade yes them zibiru exam no. People will expect their behavior from that day on no. Obey behavior nkofo ubutu wejo no wakade pepe ozinu hunyi. Pepe onkasa pebi basabasa. Pepe onye nazi yeja. Ozinu hunyi. So behavior is also very important. Then the third point, which is Dr. Baumia or your good political communicator. Fantastic point. He communicates very well. I have no doubt that Dr. Baumia is a good communicator. I mean, he's demonstrated Otumijina or about 2 hours or give lectures, Nazi, and he communicates very well. So this could be an advantage or a sellable advantage. But then that is only when you look at communication from one perspective there. Communication is only verbal. Because communication can be non-verbal as well. It is actually that a good communicator from the perspective there, in terms of verbal communication, is a good political communicator. 100%, I agree. But then, communication, what's the beer aye? Who's the yeso or communicate to? ADAKABRI. I was telling somebody there. One statement made can be communicating till you die.
One statement
made, yeah, can always be communicating. That statement you made can always be communicating until you die.
Aka. I speak it.
Yes.
On top of people's minds.
Yes. Inti, even there, every day be never try there about cast some to undo the first statement, but on father. People will always refer you to that particular statement. And if you ask my candid opinion now, yes, Dr. Bawumia is a good communicator. But then there are certain things that he has said in the past. Those things, still stand against him. People normally refer to those things. Let me give you a typical example. Like this statement of this when the fundamentals are weak. I mean, it has come to stay in our political, vocabulary. Because anytime things are not working, people will make reference to that statement. And for example, that the CD has gotten to where it is, people always make reference to that particular statement. So even though you were a good communicator, even there, in some be a can in the past, and also as it be a entuma, no matter how you communicate well, people can still use it against you. So politically, I've said that politically, if you want to be very good politician, be careful what you say. Because you never know. Probably you can ask Paul Adumochi. Paul Adumochi will be a good example to tell you that in politics, be careful what you say. If you ask him, he will tell you what happened to him in Legon when he contested for Nook's president.
Apostle Paul.
Yes, one statement destroyed his political, campaign in Legon that time. So yes, he's a good communicator. But then, if you want to do proper analysis of communication, it goes beyond the verbal communication. What he be in the past can also be used against you, or something that you have said in the past can always be there waiting for you. And see, that is also one point. If you come to Alan Chamatin, the point in number 3 now was Alan's words and promises can be trusted by Ghanaians. You see, Alan has never been in the position of a president or vice president before. That is the advantage Alan has. On your day, Ejuma Kakra was a man, he can point to the things he has done. Oman Ejuma Kakra as a minister of trade and industry. The major why you know na Ghana for Obashe, no what do you man and Tabi, so big platform today or promiser, obeys and one jininzi. Because so banos or catch that Ghana you today, Mabamon Ejuma Waya. Question, we be sending the Mankasa Ejuma Kakra was more as a minister, no. It took me creative jobs, it took me my Kofunye Juma. If the answer is yes, the Ghanaians will believe, then his words will be trusted by Ghanaians. Then if he promises Ghanaians there, this is my vision. They will look at his track record. And I mean, let's face it. Before Oral and Chamatin, Obaba into politics, all his life, from the days of Empretech to Enterprise Africa, with his work with the United Nations and all that, Oral and Chamatin has always been somebody who create a Juma. I mean, if you look at Apreko and Co. Actually, now they are giant companies because one of the reasons is that Oral and Chamatin in Sema, you could see there, so Kasa about Ejuma Sama, Ghanaians will easily trust him. So that is a very good advantage that politically or in terms of elections, a very good advantage because in your platform, you can only promise ADAKABRI. You can't create anything on the platform. You can only promise. And if your words cannot be trusted, it means your promises too will not be trusted. So if you have a candidate whose words more trust, whose promises more trust a huge advantage for you. Or a huge advantage for you going into the 2024 election. Then the fourth point of Dr. Bawumia is innovative. He is able to come up with innovative solutions to Ghana's problems. Let's give it to him. Dr. Bawumia, to a very large extent, has been championing this digitalization or digitization thing. Whether it is his initiative or whether somebody started it and he's running with it, the most important thing is that he's giving much attention to that particular thing. So he, as someone having innovative ideas, nobody can take it away from him. But as to whether this will be a very strong advantage for 2024 elections. That one maybe we can look at it from different angles. But in terms of it being an advantage, I'll give it 50-50. I will not write it off completely, but I'll give 50-50. Because the next elections, ADAKABRI, the most important issue will be the issue of job and economy. The job issue will be the most important issue in the next election because unemployment issue in Ghana is serious, ADAKABRI. It's so serious that a political party has a big platform to top up. The youth in Ghana will never be happy with you. Until only another point I make. Then Oral and Chamaten the fourth point, which is Alan has a solid job creation record that can easily mean the unemployed youth. I think I've made this point already. What's in there? What's the cost of more tama? Is anything? Oral and Chamaten so promise Ghana youth today. Obomo ne Juma. Obibi sende. Maka de daw. Now, eche we Juma si. Ana ama youth ejuma mo waye da na. Ana ezin nhihye bi atukwema. Ana a vision bi a ocho de se ba. Ebutum ama youth ejuma mo waye na. If you ask me, I will tell you the youth can easily trust him because he has that track record. I mean,
demonstrable track.
Yes. In terms of that, I told you before he became a politician, and when he became a politician, all the things he has been doing or job creation, until he has that track record, so people can easily trust and believe his promises. Then Dr. Bawumia for canon of ideas for life-changing, whatever. But yes, ideas will be ideas will be anything. But as to whether this one, in terms of elections, or advantage there, MPP can make noise about her. I don't know because Obi Obo contest your ideas. Ideas alone, it's not enough. See, that one cannot be a very strong point. I'm talking about elections. I'm talking about advantage in 2024. I don't see it a very strong point. Then let me finish. Then I will come to
before so number five. Why number four now?
Yes, number 5 of Allen. My 5 for her. The 5 of Allen is the Allen Cash brand is the most popular and marketable political brand in the country. Yes. Say echo yan mpano afama hu. Ame mpano na mifi. Binum atu oni nyama zin Allen Cash. Binum atu.
Shamano.
Binum from obi wo from Allen Cash. Binum nyama zin Allen Cash. Binum also Allen Cash. Obi nyebe ba fa na kekashe no also one from Allen Cash. I mean, honestly, all jokes aside, it's a very popular brand name in Ghana politics. In fact, oye name man kofu nyim wunyim man per se. Like, anything anything connected to cash, they're popular, it's a very popular brand. But as to whether it will be marketable, also depends on the nature of the market. I agree, it's a very popular brand. But as to whether that brand will be marketable, also depends on the nature of the market. That is the point I want to make on that one.
Do I 5 in area? Yani Ora Ebo Backman is a political analyst and a strategist. And Yedin Komo. And there I want to say 11 advantages of Dr. Bawumia, what he brings onto the table getting into 2024 elections. Why I say also a year MPP flag bearer. And a year 10 advantages of Alan Kojuchi-Ramatne, what he brings onto the table going into 2024, and why he should lead the MPP. And no, and I share a year Dr. Bawumia 5, and I share a year Alan Kojuchi-Ramatne 5. I got Dr. Bawumia 6 to 11, and Alan 6 to 10. Here's the way.
Okay, my madam will Dr. Bawumia is my balance. Okay, that I can easily flow. Dr. Bawumia, no myself, because he has massive influence. The massive influence, what's there from the academia to the FBB our influence.
The
Maybe
DMB sent.
yes, maybe through the lectures, because most of academia, maybe through the lectures. Now, of course, I mean, you can't be vice president and you are not known. I mean, he's a known person in Ghana. He's the vice president. He's been in the political scene for a long time, or on the political scene for a long time. He's already known. So if of us not our massive influencer, it's an advantage. Politically, it's an advantage. Our influence. But as to the way in academia and also I can't measure the level of influence he wields. But the point is that, you see, academia recently said, if you've been following discussions on radio, on television, even there, that section of our society, academia, not happy with some of the things happening. They take debate and discussions, and some of our contributors, the professors and all that, and some of they are not happy, especially with issues with the economy. And say, yes, for all these years that he's been vice president and running mate, he said it will certainly will some influence. But as to whether that influence can inure to the advantage of the party in 2024, we are yet to see. Then he said he's loyal to duty and superior. This is internal issue. This one we are not talking about. We're not talking about MPP internal election. We're talking about 2024 general election. And this issue of loyalty to duties and superior, one, fine, it's a very important point, because if you're a leader, charity begins at home. If you're a leader, you need to demonstrate that. But as to whether this, we can tell Ghanaians or we can deduce any advantage from this particular point, politically, from marketing perspective, I don't see it as a very strong point. I'm being very honest. Then another point, which is point number 8, is that he values friendship. He values friendship. Once again, the presidency is not about friendship. The presidency is not about friendship. There's nothing friendship about presidency. In fact, if you're a president and you're too friendly, you can't be a good president. You can never be a good president. So this, as for this particular bunch, I don't want to even to talk about. Yes, maybe internally, maybe in MPP, it could be an asset. If he is contesting for national chairman or general secretary, this could be a very strong point. But to become president of Ghana and said the reason why people should vote for him is that he's friendlier, this can never be a very strong point for election 2024. Then he loves unconditionally. He loves unconditionally. Well, love is a very powerful thing. That anybody who loves is a good person. So if he loves unconditionally, it could be an advantage. But I don't think issues of this nature, like points of this nature, can be a very strong point going into 2024 election. That vote for him because he loves unconditionally. I mean, this is not a very strong point. Even though love is good, because if you become a leader and you don't have love, you can't even think of helping your people. It's a very good point. But as to whether we can get something serious out of it politically in 2024, I doubt it. Then trustworthy, fantastic point. Trustworthy, fantastic point. If he's somebody who can be trusted, it's a huge advantage. It's a very huge advantage, because if you're going to have a leader, you must have a leader who can be trusted. There's this Shawunsa, we can go to sleep knowing that when we wake up, we won't find there as a Shawunsa. So trustworthiness is very important quality of a leader. And so if he's got that one, it's a very solid point. And the 11th one is tolerant. I mean, his tolerance level, and the person related it to religious tolerance and all that. It's also a very, very huge point and a very huge advantage, because, of course, seriously, we've never had, when we had Aliyu Mahama, he was also like that. He was also going to churches and all that. So But it's whether Ali Muhammad did it or not, it's a very strong point. That he's able to go to churches, he's able to relate to people of other faith and all that. It's also very strong. And this is sellable point. Yes, with you. So that is what I would say about Dr. Bawumia. Ne 11 points na what share on social media there and obey MPP Funjina don't want to abaman. Let me continue with Oye Orual and Chamatene point, From point number 5, let's go to point number 6. And I'm saying Alan's jobs for the people, cash for the people is the most appealing message to the delegate. And indeed, it is the most appealing message to the delegate. Jobs and cash are the two important things. Mbafama wo oye mbabu no Ghana wo hwehwe na ebo watcha oze ejuma zikan ansa no zikan aba oze jobs for the people then cash for the people. Fantastic political slogan. I mean this one alone can be the driving force for MPP's campaign in 2024. This slogan alone, jobs for the people, cash for the people. I've told you the 2024 election, the most important issue will be the issue of jobs and the economy in general, because it is the jobs will come out of the economy. So the economy in general and jobs in particular. And if you have somebody since 2007, all that he's been saying is that jobs for the people, cash for the people, consistency is key. So people will believe that he doesn't say it, okay. He has demonstrated he can create jobs, but then he wants to do it on a larger scale if he becomes the president. And this is a very strong political message that can easily win the youth in 2024. Easily win the youth in 2024. The next one is that Alan is extremely competent and result-oriented. Is it true? Is he competent? Has he demonstrated that he's competent? The answer is yes. And I'm saying that anyone who has come across or who has ever worked with a man before about politics, now after about politics, the president himself has said it time and again that he's a very competent person. If you give him job, he delivers. So having a competent president who is result-oriented is a message that you can easily sell to win Ghanaians. And for me, it's an advantage the MPP can leverage in 2024 to win the elections. Then another point is Alan is the one who can win us the needed Christian vote to win 2024. ADAKABRI, this is a very important point. One person who has been doing Ghana political market analysis over the years consistently. And I'm saying that any party that wants to win power in Ghana must first think of winning the Christian vote. Ghana has what was in Christians. In other words, a canvas of Boma or a 50.7. A can Fumina Boma or a 47.5. But a Christian Fumina Boma or a 71.2%. That is the highest number of group of people when you put them together. And so you can't think of winning election in Ghana without thinking of winning the Christian vote. And I'm saying that if you look at Orange Ramanten, forget about the fact that he's a Christian. The character, the behavior. I mean, if you look at him from Christian perspective, I mean, he's someone the Christians can easily fall in love to vote for, apart from him being a Christian. Even though him being a Christian is a serious advantage. Because that time it will be very unwise to have banana in your pocket and try to bait monkeys with apple. It will be very unwise. You have banana in your pocket, then you are now trying to use apple to bait monkeys. I mean, who does that? And I'm saying Alan Chamanten, with his background, with his Christian background, and his character and his behavior, he can easily be somebody the party can use to get a Christian vote. Because MPP's major competitor will be John Mahama, who is from the Christian community. So it will be good there. MPP will also take advantage of that and tell somebody like Alan, so that at least your mama will not have that religious factor advantage over MPP. It's very important. Then another point is Alan is the one who can win us the needed account votes, particularly the Ashanti region votes. This is another important. You see, politics is the game of numbers, ADAKABRI. When you want to do politics and do it well, you must go into any election with strategy. And your strategy should be numbers-based strategy. It's not how your strategy. It is something there. And him find a numbers in the war. It's about numbers. And him find a numbers in the war.
You gather more numbers.
Yes. You win the election. Yes. And him find a numbers in the war. Mwana say you know kwa. Ibu to me any numbers in. So you don't just go into an election. No, you plan before you go. And I'm saying that if you consider, for example, if you consider the fact that in the last election, MPP won only 7 regions out of the 16 regions. NDC won 9 regions. 7 regions in the MPP meaning, no more 6 the account regions. So the account factor is an advantage for MPP. So going into 2024, no, MPP must ring-fence that advantage. MPP must be able to ring-fence that advantage there.
There is the 6 regions.
Yes, the 6 regions, at least.
Consolidated.
Yes, let's get a candidate who can easily connect.
That's 6 regions,
Politics, connection is important. I gave you example of the last time they called by election with Famina. When MPP had lost elections with Bina and Ayase, because we were told there, you're crying, you should record, coincidentally or by whatever, you're crying now. One of your fanciful. What about to MPP? Where you go more for? Mr. McMahon, look at what is happening? So you called me, you called Hackman, you called others there. You called them area honum. You're fanciful. You put me a connect with the fancies there. And when you went there, ADAKABRI, and we did that, fantastic result in the There was connection because of the fancy connection. And I'm saying that the account factor is important for MP. You see, Pastor John Mahama Oka there in MPP for the one share, where account party say, you be busy, you are they will go for an account. And because of that, and also, and this will use it against us, so change it. Don't throw your advantage out. And I'm saying that if you
even
look
when
at,
you come under taunting.
No, you don't do that. Now do your opponent about your goalkeeper in the poll, ma. About World Cup finals. Also, I was the keeper time 1 week keeper and this sham. There's a pede and you bonnet bonnier, I pitch and you keeper. I mean, who does that? And see, Oral and Chamaten, the account factor, ADAKABRI, no matter how people say, what people say, no matter how you look at it, it's an advantage MPP can harness to win 2024 elections. And for me, Oral and Chamaten will be the best person to sell to win that, to get that advantage. Then the women factor. Ghana ha, ADAKABRI, mbesafuna what also? What also is meaningful?
51%.
50 point. Let's say approximately 51%, 50.7% of Ghana population in Mesafo. And Mesafo, so was it Azim Akutino ye power ADAKABRI? Instead of political party be our women organizers, because if you can organize the women well, you can easily win an election. Inti the MPP wants to win election 2024. The women factor is an area to look at. Once again, game of numbers. Which candidates na koto and woguma bese afo oboto and kase was our man me to me win the power. And I'm saying that Alan Chamante's character, his personality, his behavior, his utterances, his vision, and the fact that he has worked with women in his ministry for all these years, can also be an advantage for MPP to harness to win the 2024 elections. So these are the points I would want to make about the 10 advantage each camp. If you want me to put it that way, each camp will present for 2024. But by and large, if you want to be objective, Oral and Chamaten advantages, or your wait here, no more you do. Then or your vice president. That is what I would say about it.
Right. A backman for you. Na obidi by Facebook live. Or say, oh yeah, Alan supporter, and you know, you rush through DMB, 10 points, you know, and then you elaborated on Alan's.
No.
That's you're a biased person.
ADAKABRI,
Time na I say, oba fefe amade kusumidi nkomo kakra. Also, or the brain or the baha. Then there are 2 articles. One, Alabji Muhammad Kamel talks about my thought finally vindicated, Dr. My thought finally vindicated. Dr. Baumia would be a disaster for 2024. And I shared that thing with you. And I'm wondering, say, Obia Yabe Frost part of the campaign. Now you have your doubts, notwithstanding you joined. And then I feel about the Nigerian example. Abeka say APC harnessed on the Muslim 53% Muslim. That gave them power. So we should go that way. And that's if MPP were to win, they should replicate the Nigerian example by harnessing or harvesting the 72% Christian vote. Obibeka say any religious intolerance. And now would be. What are your thoughts on that article?
ADAKABRI, you've been saying things in MPP for work elections. Power, and I'm yeah. If you want power, you do things to get power. You don't. You see, when Tinubu win. When he won in the last election, people were shocked. I wasn't shocked one bit. Oh, yeah, I wasn't shocked. I predicted Tinubu was going to win the election. I predicted the APC was going to choose Tinubu ahead of the vice president. I predicted it. It happened. This is common sense. ADAKABRI. Nigeria elections no or your strategy na APC winning elections. Because if you look at the Nigeria elections, the economy of Nigeria, and if elections were to be held only on the basis of the economy, APC would have lost the elections. Because the Nigerian economy is not good. So they sat down. They sat down and asked questions. How are we going to win these elections in the midst of this economic hardship? So the strategy came up. And what was the strategy? You can ask anyone who is in Nigeria, they will tell you. When Atiku was first elected as a Muslim from the north, APC was to choose a candidate. They had a choice between the certain vice president and Tinubu. The certain vice president who is directly linked to the economy of Nigeria and who is a Christian was having the backing of the president. See, everybody felt today he could make huge difference in the elections. But the APC people had a different plan because one, you are directly linked to the economy.
That is the delegates had.
Yes. So say what will be our message? Two, as for Tinubu, when he was a governor and a minister, upon home wasn't so our personal record be able to make a campaign. What's your Atiku a Muslim from the north? Nigeria Muslims not also. And religious factor always play a role in Nigeria election and elections everywhere in the world. So they chose Tinubu, a Muslim from the south. Too. South now, it's a Christian for those who are back there. Echo South is out there for Christian. They took a Muslim. Then it came to the time for Tinubu to choose his running mate. Atiku had chosen a Christian. So Atiku's PDP was Christian and Muslim Christian ticket. Labour Party, which is Obi, or a Christian Muslim ticket. So APC sat down. This is where strategy comes to play. They sat down and said, let's play the normal strategy here, or the number strategy. We know in this country, Muslims are 53% of the population. If you can have more Muslim votes, you can win this election. So Tinubu chose a Muslim running mate. So Tinubu's ticket was Muslim ticket. I said this long ago. The reason why Tinubu was going to win the election, because in my thinking, no, PDP had a Christian on their ticket. Labour Party had Christian on their ticket. So, if Christians say they are being biased, then they will share the vote in a way, or they will share majority of the vote in a way. But when it comes to the Muslim vote, let's give them something that can win us the numbers. But did you hear that the Christians in APC complained that why the unfair Christian? Yeah? Because it was a strategy. What was important for them was to win the elections. So they didn't care. Even the Christians in APC didn't complain that why there in the past we enjoyed our vice presidential position. Why are you taking it away from us? Nobody complained because it was a numbers game and numbers based strategy. Let's win these elections. Go. So Tinubu picked a Muslim. And lo and behold, go and check the records. Tinubu won majority of the Muslim votes in Nigeria. And he's now the president-elect. It is a game of strategy. So if the author of the article is saying that if you want to win election and you want to replicate the Nigerian strategy, then it is better to also take advantage of the Christian numbers here. Because that advantage can be for NDC if you make a mistake. Whether you like it or not, there are people at ADAKABRI, I say things as they are. There are people who love their faith more than their parties. Others love their parties more than their faith. There are always people who will vote on the basis of faith. You can't take it away from them. And especially with what has happened in Nigeria, no? I'm saying that there will be a rippling effect on Ghana election in 2024. So if MPP wants to win 2024 elections, they shouldn't downplay the numbers strategy. That let's see what we can do to get the Akan votes. Let's see what we can do to get the Christian votes. Let's see what we can do to get the youth votes. Let's see what we can do to get the women vote. Because
the 4 constituencies.
Yes.
The youth, women, Akan, religion.
Yes. I mean, don't you want to win election? Is election not about numbers?
Notwithstanding, say, religious, ethnic bigotry, let's win the election.
No. What is ethnic bigotry? ADAKABRI? What is religious bigotry?
Why would you strategize to win more account votes?
So we should strategize to win less account votes?
Politics is a game of
numbers and strategy.
And if the numbers are in the account areas,
get it. It's simple. I mean,
and get dubbed as the account party.
Yeah, but when the power comes, Ronaldo, you're a president. I can't cabinet man. I can't put on cabinet man. When the power comes, I don't say a Canignon, a Mosinho, a friend then a Guanignon. Power now ban. What's I will give this material appointment? Then they will consider the region balance or the regional balance. That one, the party can decide to do it. But if you want power, do what will give you power first. Then you consider other things. So for me, the most important thing, power. Just get your power and go. Simple. When the power comes, you can be your share. If he friend then
as part of your strategy, you are targeting where you can get the numbers.
That is how we win elections.
But do you need to say
But if you don't say it,
I'm strategizing to get.
but
collect the numbers.
Adakabri, if you, there's going to be an internal election. If you make a mistake in that internal elections, you are out.
And down, out.
Because in Adakabri, last I was telling somebody there, 2024 elections, MPP, this is Alamo Abanye there. And I like my examples here, for better say. They say Oshe Jazi, no Yeziban, Wheezy, no Yeziban Wakotan. Insuni wom. Do ori Yeziban.
Oba was Shejari, I want Yadriano.
Yes,
Ori Wakotono,
Mori Yeziban Wheezy. No more Yakoton, Insuni wom.
Said there were no Kotam and no more.
So one can say, yes, one can say Yeziban za. Me a pen eye. Me our pen near. This is MPP for up there. Ghana found there one party or a national party. When they are electing their national executives, they can say there our chairman should come from this particular region. Our general secretary can come from this particular region. Our organizer should come. You can do it to reflect the national nature of the party. But when area is banner akotona, nyama open eye. Adakabri,
it was not Timbi.
okay. Listen there, MPP as a ye. But today be so Oshe Jazi. Or he has been Wheezy. The same be say no is been Waka Cotton. There is been says, my pen near a pair willea as wille bottom. A pair porker as a pork bottom. A pair in chimbebre as in chimbebre bottom.
Kobe na pa
As a bottom because on no ye all my epe in the area. But say any years banner a cotona. In your me pen eye. Ma etona woboto. Nkofuna wo gonumuno. Ma etona as you could go there cotona woboto na eye. Inti one kasaze inche epie wele. Emum as wole to is banum na cotona. One top. Inti men from our pen from cotton monkrofo. First,
in Crawford penary
Kogonodo. What you say you gonna de iguana bob yot then. One and all those who gonumu. One and more sika or gonumu. One and only said Mocotton as the monster say what are Minion for some. Never Besha Jazzy na ye is bana as a quadamunco from a bottle. And Yama will peck at all Mipia Wille, Mipia Kobe. Therefore, was the Kobe Kogonodo. No, my first one there, Kobe into one to Kobe. One yanidam. Into not with MPP.
The market determines what
you produce. In some sense, I want to work in our Dr. Baumer economist, Alan Chamanto economist. As I make a beer, you must market will always determine what to produce. And Ghana political market, which is dominated by the youth, women, the Christian community, and the Akan community, that is the nature of the marketer. Every serious political party will have to take advantage of, get the numbers to win elections. You can't ignore this market, produce what you like.
Believe, say, National Youth Organizer of the MPP, Salam Mustafa, also asked his voice. The MPP should break the aid by emulating the example from Nigeria.
So, yes, once again, if Salam's MPP should emulate or replicate Nigeria example, the question MPP will be on there, what was the Nigeria example? Nigeria example, this is what happened. APC rejected the president's candidate, which was the vice president. APC rejected him and voted for Tinubu. APC, as I read in the article that was written, APC depended mostly on Tinubu's record for their campaign because the economy wasn't that good. So they depended on Tinubu's record as a minister and as a governor. And it worked for them. And APC strategically harnessed or won more of the Muslim vote in Nigeria by presenting a Muslim ticket. I will not recommend that MPP should go with Christian ticket. You know why? Because MPP Nankasano, there were young strategy use, which has won us power 4 times since 2000. Obi biara Ghana habia nyim there 92 elections wasn't election. 96 election too wasn't any proper election in Ghana. 2000 election President Kufuor presented Aliyu Mahama. That was our strategy, which we had used before in 92. 1 year Juma and farmer. And it says, you're Great Alliance. 2000, you went back to the strategy. To form one power 2 times with Aliu Mahama. You 2008, we could have won the election. In fact, we led the first round. Our own mistake. No, me lose power. 2012, the same formula as the election, we were cheated, so we ended up in court. So the formula is good. Then 2016, the same formula has won us power. The same formula has won us power 2020. As it be changed winning formula. Wanna know the margin? Wanna know winning formula? Opposite change winning formula, especially in an election that is going to be very tight election like 2024. It's going to be the most competitive election ever. 2024 election, unless you don't want to be objective and you don't want to admit it. And so, in such elections, you don't experiment. You don't want to make any mistake. Maintain your formula. Make sure you get more of the account votes. Make sure you don't lose your Christian vote because, historically, the Christians are behind MPP most of the time. Because of the NDC background of PNDC and those things, the Christians automatically tilted towards MPP. Don't lose that advantage you have. Don't lose the account advantage. And make sure you get the youth behind you. Make sure you get the women behind you. You can win election again. And that is the Nigeria strategy that won them elections.
Well, it as Anika, I would wish to say, Mammy reading messages, Ikakra, Amadekos, Emremobi. What the WhatsApp message in order for 050-372-1744. Kwame and Chinua Plakune Deba was sad to say, because of the political blame game and mass slanging in the battle for MPP flag bearership from their respective camps, none of the presidential hopefuls has the chance of becoming the president of Ghana. Sadly, our MPP is profoundly divided against itself. Going to 2024, none of the camps of the MPP presidential hopeful is entirely blameless in this matter of their own making. Their respective campaigns are dead on arrival. And Kwame, Kwekuata, that I can pretend the man in your studio that you all know that he's an island supporter. So any good thing about the vice president is not good to him. I wish Mr. ADAKABRI, you bring another person from the vice president's side to the stadium. Thank you. And Mr. Dakwa, also please ADAKABRI, is the man for MPP in 2024. I say, please ADAKABRI, Alan is the man for MPP 2024. MPP needs someone who can win votes from the NDC. That person is Alan Dakwa from Accra. And I say, good afternoon, Mr. ADAKABRI. Please, the MPP is blessed that their front runners, Dr. Baumi and Dr. Alan Shabati, of which one of them will be, by all means, be the flag bearer for MPP. So everything be done for these gentlemen to go to the MPP Congress peacefully, so that at the end of it, or if one is elected, all of us with happiness would support the person that take Tamagoff House and or the free or the buy. Ozera Camry, tell the man in your studio that you all know. Oh, okay, better. The machine is this, and Sankofadi Abremi. Also, good afternoon. What does being youth contribute to political career? Our description of youth is even misplaced. Grown-ups who are nearing their pension age or even above pension are claiming to be youth. Funny. For political purposes, the UN classified a youth to one between 15 to 24. Every stemmer and all the way. But they buy. Na Yamra na Yamama will run the app kakra. Or say ADAKABRI, what the man is saying is absolutely rare. We the fantas are waiting for Alan and Kennedy Japan. Fifi Ablikuma and what they buy. Young comrade na ebo and run the app on the key issue.
Needs FM.
Hey, catch it. Listen here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Twem so betumi a. Hey, aso. Hey, now beka. Ya John to mami Misa duku potomanto. This way chocolate drink. Nakango shi afibian suberi ni wawarenia. This way chocolate drink. Nakan siya. Oh, aso. Udan klanu tumu ho. Me be mo nwansu hye kwa de aka ho. Uhade e wapi ho. Ukasa batete eda fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Kracha bepe baba wari.
Aso.
Ye fi ase this way chocolate drink ya sori anopa no ne yenom. Ye be hye fridge nom no se snack. Ye nya hoho anu ne ye de serve wo mo. Ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink ne yenom. And this way no ti anu a, he se kire wom, kwakwo wom, brick wom, bibia wom, ade wo hia ne so se.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so se.
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atom se eye.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Needs FM.
Neat 100.9 FM so any. Na get to us idiot. Na a Bo Backman ebe run the app. Na afi no amade koni justice yeboa. Amade kon of the MPP. Justice yeboa of the NDC. Yaba behwe. Any plaintiff 10 defendant. Na dia ne ba ya anasa ehuna ne abobrim. Na pe de judge ba ko ama anasa kura no sisi ade. Enipa kura pe na ayi ade na firi nani. Aka says is it the case say na judge for no ebire bi de si ya anas was judge for no jim eye mponche ene bayire no ene o matete no adi na se mama no anas ono anas mo de ko e no ena on merit no ya bua de ama no ana ya beba na ya ba bedwene ho na afiso no eye ebo na before then was he hey what father ADAKABRI to the who we say Master P from London abedro no as good afternoon sir Wafa me man is airborne inside Kingsland and I'm doing the listening live with Angela Kosuya Kweduamu sister Wisdom Nanaje AK Kanana both inside Coventry Oscari Debra we of Westminster University Richmond Kwabnapia AK Ubasanja of the Greenwich University Amanda Pia of Kent University Jennifer Bochi AK JJ inside Wimbledon Cindy Osei and Hannah Tete both inside Taunton Heath and Equia Dakwa AK Lady Kiss of Wembley Love Brefo AK Ma Ajwa of Nottingham Shaggy inside Northampton DJ Couscous of Greater London Michael AK Abodie inside O Street Bajobuache of East Street Kofi Stone inside Manchester Nana Krama and Yvonne Osubekum both inside Wolverhampton DJ Nesta of Willesden Junction Florence Obeng AK Mam Flo and Stanley Bobo both inside Catford Eric Buachiankoma AK Bogaruni inside Emford Nana Sly AK Sly Popo of Walthamstow and Patrick Osajifu AK Nasei inside Milton Keynes. Wafa, may good Lord find a befitting resting place for our dear brother Christian Achu Trasam. Wafa, please kindly wish if to Ofusu do AK or the beer of Spago Girls and then braids inside Oda Shongman. Happy birthday in advance for me. From your dad, Cassandra, and your clients, loves you so much gifting. A blessful weekend to you and your team. Also weekend to Ojodakon, AK Cash, George Payments, and AK Quenana, both inside Dubai. Fantastic show by all standards. Master P, London or Dubai. So now, in rounding up, Ebo Backman, tell us, in the four constituencies of women,
100.
in the four constituencies of women, youth, Akan, and religion. How does it play out?
Yeah, ADAKABRI, let me just conclude. You see, you can consider 5 factors that will play in the next election, 4 or 5, depending on the candidate MPP present. First, the economy will play in the next election. The economy will play. 2, the 8-year jinx issue will play. I'm being very objective, very, very frank. The 8-year jinx will play in the next election. Now, these 2 factors, the economy and the 8-year jinx, the 2 put MPP in a certain degree of disadvantage.
The 8-year jinx and the economy.
The economy. I'm being very honest and very objective.
We are coming as if we are accepting every 8 years a new party should come.
Yes, that thing is still in the minds of some people.
And then so, also the economy is not performing very well.
As expected. I mean, the president himself has, even though we are hoping that things will change. So and I'm saying that these 2 factors, on shouldn't ma MPP as a political party, papa. So therefore, if you want to win an election from strategic point of view, you look at other areas that you can, leverage. And so you don't want to put yourself in a position a disadvantage in other areas. That's why you have to be careful with the kind of candidate you present. And I'm saying that if you look at the numbers, in terms of numbers, if you do market analysis in terms of numbers, the numbers in Ghana, politically, you have it in women, in the Akan constituency, because the Akan is the largest ethnic group. Women, in terms of gender, women are more than men. In terms of religion, Christians are 71.2%. So when these 2 factors are not so good for you, you don't want to disadvantage yourself in other areas. Then you are going to be in a very serious and difficult situation. So what you do is that you avoid disadvantages. So you present a candidate. When you are going to sell that candidate, for example, to the Christians, you don't have to struggle to sell, because whether we like it or not, it will come up, because they constitute the largest group, and the Christians have interest in politics or in life. Wherever group of people come together and they're in majority, that tendency to rule is always there. That is why if you go to other countries, examples, I mean, you can count them. Go to India, go to Senegal, go to Saudi Arabia, go to wherever. Whenever people come together and they are in majority, that proclivity to lead, is always there. And the Christians in Ghana will definitely have interest. So don't downplay that one. And also choose a candidate that can give you the women votes. Very important. And choose a candidate whose message and hope for the youth, can also garner you more votes from the youth. So that even if these 2 factors are not too good for you, at least you can hold on to other factors in the basket and say that I want to strategically win more Akan votes, especially Ashanti region, which is going to be one of the most important region in the next elections. NDC, once again, they are going to target 30%. MPP are going to target 80%. If you're able to cross our 80%, you can win this election. And I've told you, 3 regions are going to be the most important regions in the next election. Central region, Western region, and Ashanti region.
I know, my next studio appearance will come up, and we will have to discuss in detail why Western, Central, Ashanti are the regions to watch in 2024. And within the contest, who within the MPP can get the votes out there, as you told us, and we accept. Politics is a game of numbers. Hey, back, man. No. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This man one can be. One can be.
And come in line.
And come line. And do lame. Justice. Uniane Abenji.
If you saw ye mean who
Isa Benji Dipo Super.
Minimum a year or I'm a diabetes.
Ayi Aranche Matine Ase.
Any farming some with your home.
Anas yeah. Na OBS runners. Na OBS runners. Ana ene Jajerigma. Wama OBS runners. Ama, what are your thoughts? But when you had this refrain and you say that, my jealous.
Oh,
I'm a meteor.
I can't just so big me market to me. I can bring me market to. Enra. Eti higher boy a bra na eja. Case be a Ewra Anas at the court 2018. Na or they a court to say Ewra Canada Japan. The one sembia the ninye ho. The chromo ha. I see any na yet here once say a womra. So become wasam. One can year. Who here son in the Begina Bonting a year no. Who now not the Nijina court. Tell me, hey, I mean your cron for. ADAKABRI or Channel Permitted also me a cron. Who not caught someone's signal. It's all about Betchremi. Near who say me we are, baby, who say me we are at the crow. A day the way who actually me a cron for. And
Cynthia may sell markets.
A way crap permits me to work of course, but any day I don't mean come was it. But who says more high, I say, your friend defamation. I say, Usubai. And the winning a tree form a good winning massy, ever baby. Yen I at near society. Here are nice to say, Ira, and the Japan, a friend, or said your friend, blackmailer, a friend, a criminal, then be extortionist. And the young one, agrono, is to see. Start here, court. And judgment no main to mean kind we 60 something pages.
What day?
Emu na uhwe. Ma me hwe points a me enu bia. Bye. Ini abema. Iti mi fie meti me office. Wa ba me ho. Ama dwuma say. Say ye. And pese wo ye ma me efa adwuma ye de ama me ho no kra ni nyame ani me ye government official me ama me adwuma bi se menye fa me ho esimate ya kan ya sema wie wo ko no o si ama ene na fiada unim se me wo ma amaje e udu fia wo ne boys no de weekend ni aba ma me da se na maje sa wo ba no na wo glasses yi ADAKABRI camera shim o shirt your bottom camera shim woni me buy on me kasa ni nyina ra na wu twa me eti wa na wa frɛ me ama ana obi yesi wo ye corrupt me boa what wadwuma mu na wo je bribe
kum cases
na wo ye sei na wo ye sei when sana Canada Japan wo kan enti se wentu ya sei ama me a megu wani mu ase ama enye sika no entua na afe wa ya advert na wa ye flyer na de abeto abonten ababa wa bia wa MPP mu anano eya na no edin dey hot office no bribe na oje na no so yakotena National Theatre na Ghana fo nyina tutu so omo meto ticket ni abeto
omo be sunlight
ni ya behwe ye ba ya enkomo na ye bedi ye de wa mo na wona anante ba me office enkomo aye bo fiti kikirike na am ho te san wo papa ho te san abushia ho te san business one part a wo de ba ya part na wo de ma message ko weekend no eno pe na wo play ye ta na ye wura Canada Japan say okan ye na se wo ye sa Canada Japan adwin mu de na wo ye bayifo wo ye nipa bone wo ye criminal na ye wura na asisi onti ase ye wura ken dey the evidence see video kro kan ye asem kro see who near he no de kwai no
who watches the
watchman judge nso so tena ase eso hwe ni nyina mu no ogidi se Kennedy upon asem o kan na ye no kre defamation obi defame wa na chese asem o kan ye no enya no kre enya mpa na waka a judge ne say asem a Kennedy kan ye no no kre if he say nia ose wo ye no ta na wo ye when me can be ma obi me nyina Kennedy afa na me nyina ana the facts of the matter na mediator simplified na mediator say na nkonwo no koye say ye nkwaye number 1 yewura anas ma hu say ono anra betena Facebook no kasa nkrofo a edi nachi kasa from ha ye wo mra ne high court judge na dia aba no say na ni nye ho a mesre no appeals court wo ho otimi de ko na asem no kan ko kan biu there's nothing wrong with it atem didi omo ahwiri so omo di judge na atem no ensesa hwe the judgment no wa ma awie wani nye ho a appeals court ni ensesa number 2 at least yewra anas say enye me come from my personal opinion enti krom ha na odi video bi ni nsense me ba ya judges bi a yeso mo age mponche omo age bayire omo age ana enye krom ha nti na me question na mebusa ne say me amafosu ya nka me fa case bi anko judge bi a ho wo krom ha ADAKABRI oyafo judge fo usubai no ho you touch one touch all sana mi hu no
infection
sana mi hu no me nka se sana tim se sana me
ana hu no this year the sana hu no
enti se utimi hwe awurade anim yeah, judges see ya won asem bae it has not been an easy thing for them
ebi yare
ebi ewu
aderi ernest obimpe ominuan
enti wo susu se susu yampa nyame adom ya mi ko school nyame ya madom na me na mu ani ase ama ba ye judge na me classmate me nkrofo mi hu ne se otini baby na wo de ade koma no record na ma yegu nani mase yi ne na wo pese me nka nkyira wo se wa ya ade wo de hwe judgment no de bai wo se judgment ne ye wo ne ye fe no obita obita ne ye judge no onu ni impressions
comments made
the comment yes ne comment ha ono en fa judgment no ho ne ono pese oka so hu nsam okeka yen bi anu edin
papa
many anasa sunne obi de wo ono court dey fine
name
na say me meko akọ start case for court
when we did the mood ana
meka on ti asia use court ho kami dia nkame obetie ni nua ketewa te se me no read mood ne dia
but at least no mo say nana toma that's mensa show fairness then or you firm and fair at the time or handle parts of the case
why na say
timanas and
ya ma wo judgment won't asia
the judges miensa
for appeals court
and the judges
miensa it do appeals court ya no akọ catch the chief justice appeals who bet you so judges are ope so bet me aye sa dia
was the judges
until then judges no omo no
on shosho
appeals unye na choose judge kura akọ no
I say omunyina obi atena case no so da and the judges no miensa etena so no
think I prefer domahene
o say domahene e kire say you couldn't be taken for obi antimi nyusu no ana afesu kwaku ba ko maame ewu ya okọ ayi no na odi ade asum nanim na o chia Ghana mampanyini Ghana mampanyini kan bibi kire no na oba ya na obeka kire Yesu Bukasen sisanka o jemu ade kura Ghana mampanyini kan ya ene de yedure and the presumption is ade na Ghana mampanyini kan ya ene de esi no what
court no we lose no be Ghana na mampanyini be osman
was Ghana mampanyini ka bibi a kire no
o ma yaso nkwa didi o ma yaso nkwa didi una wo de wasem court
obi ansre wo
wakwa kodi fo ye wo okwan a ye fa so ye no wo hwe ne wani nye ho a appeals court.
Okay. Next on no so appeals court so no on fantan tattoo and fabi kranka.
Opa uncle can some way the problem with it in same thing over appeals court. No appeals court are checking here I say I am.
And since you don't read the mood in the also open baby. Just
sir. Quite.
No way no judge in the nipa be to say he appear to have gone beyond asema ye de beto nanim. And I say walk into other areas are not and nanim. Yeah, man, it's okay. Nice to judge, no. Open one
where you any more
baby. See, my judgment.
No.
Maybe you can talk.
Me see
no. Case no was no.
Me contempt asemu. The room hasem.
Nanya ne so ye de ba yire ni emponchi akwentie no obi nim say 3, 4, 5 years later.
I feel say na nim so obi be ka bibia fa ne ho a. Anka wanyi judge for the film.
Anka wanyi judge for the
film. Yi film aka na onibem.
Anka onibem.
Ebi aka wadibem.
Fa ebi aso so.
Ba ka say ebi aka wadibem. So na me kire no. Enti mi nim de ochena obi be ko wie me. Ebi kura me sister ya me ne ti ha ya hunu say justice abeka sem bi. Afa judge for ho. Enti sabio onye be hwe kura me ne be ko no mo akire bibi kakra ho. Eno so wo ho. Enti me mpa me ho asem. Enka minyaya na asem mi nka bi na so fa adakabri show so nti ade me kakakra na emu mehwa se me de me na bezisi yi
katene no
na ofa me de anya asem na nkasa na mehwe niema asem no efa ho ofa adakabri de me dim ya mete ye bie eno onya me na me ko hu ye o ebi na ye ka kire ye ne yete ne sa ya appointed judge ado kita asem no okọ ahomegye mu se so transfer okọ ahomegye mu
dey okọ
pension okọ gina
ade na chese ahomegye na
okọ ahomegye mu no ene ye de judge foforo betena ho so onhwa asem no ye be appoint judge ne baaye no emese of a Kennedy ehwese de niema ekọ no se nani anyehu die yen yehu ya na se yese watworo krata akọba chief justice say pepejeje na no wote asem ne so baako no pepe ono echen de edi asem na de ma no ene sa judge ne betena so ebi ne de mo kan se ase odi abufuo bi because ase who read the judgment na ase abufuo bi wom
na se odi no so ye no so na the true letter na ase no so right so almost be protest say yes so say they didn't say anything obuji tumu
Unti.
Eh, so I'm complaining saying.
Anunti.
Kennedy letter na secret. It wasn't in secret. And someone protested. So what is their problem?
Me any bi me kan you. Also tell no. What tell no? Make us what about the me te ye me. Me go to tell. Enti me dey me te ye me dey ba me dey. Enti o de ba ye no. Judge ne de judgment aba. But there ye me nwanwa of ADAKABRI. Yeah, Minianum MPP for us, as they say, no, the whole MPP against Anas. A honey idea, one because of ADAKABRI, Anas starting the Juma D. A quiet way, ya soon or the yen. Obeka said, Bribia Chem. Nan can Crawford the yen cocoa free Hakuko divu cotton. Okay. Anas, F. Sa quiet way, ya so a hintasemi, extortiony, any almost a free inducement
sata amajaro emye je omo lances crowfa me boa me nipa ba ko no te asha ma no yo mpanyi ba ko ema echese ka ba fi
obia o te border so be ka kire o se ne sa koko exporting to Cote d'Ivoire no entwa mu de na so aba fom pa empanifu omo wo border so ayo omo hu anya ahweyi because who nim da Anas session ebepie ho akwan we aso of ADAKABRI ni enim de ekoso DVLA emma DVLA Anas akọ ho ekwan we aso ena Anas kofa ye de koye ne hwehwemu de ehun ensembis anu die ba Ghana fo age to mu se de Anas
ekode baaye no saa ekwan na no muhia ebra wo ne saa nkrofo we nso edidwa ofa anso hwa omukọ Ghana port ekokoye enhwehwemu wo ho judges die baaye Ghana fo age tumu se saa de na ne koso ebia ni hɔ a like ɔne nkrofo adwen Ghana fo adwen ekoy memfa na se ekɔbɔ abura GF die baaye ofa nim teams ekwan ya teams fa so lose matches asɛm a ɛkɔ so yi nyinaa no me wɔfa nyantachi asɛm a yɛ kan ebi adu a asɛ obi ka so we de ne nya no koro
and I can dedicate the victory to Kwesi Nyantachi.
Yes editum this is say Nyantachi kura wɔ court hɔ ɔmokɔgye victory ni together ta anase kwan yi ɛma ɔmampani na nado danko Akufo-Addo ɛkɔ IEA debate that time na electoral commissioner ɔte hɔ na yi na ɔno na ɛte adwamu a organize saa debate no ɛne ebisa ɔmampani na nado Akufo wo be yɛ ɔmampani a ɛkwan bɛn na obɛfa so obetu ketaase hyase
no see Anas principle
or see obe use Anas principle ne principle principle say yɛmfa sika nkwahye obi aforo mu nhwɛ sɛ enipa no wɔbɛgye Anas wɔnye
thereby accepting or practicing
that principle ofa den nyina nim sɛ ade a ɛkɔ so wɔ man mu yɛ ketaase hye na obi ani hɔ a ohunu saa ade we as normal abnormal situation demands abnormal solutions ofan penifo so anya abo amaabo a unku abo sabe enye obofo edabre de so obekoda nsu anu na so hwe ne ho na abo anu be no nsu ada ho ne watimi akun abo anu tanity ofa adakabere so nkofo mu nkohuru si nsuo eta ho anu ho nyina ya teche ne wakodam sabe nipa nye preku na emom se ho na abo anu beba ne ho no beda obenya abo anu ato na kuna ese so ye saa kwan ne so na nase nam eye den ne na nase nam saa kwan ne so ye de call ye borders ye de call DVLA ye de call judge fo so ne saa de ne ye na bra ye didi ba MPP fo die mu no afa de abaye musuo a se Ghana fo nyina nka ye kompaibo esugu anase so mani ese saa no mo pa kire
ama no ka no
ka ye kompaibo nsugu anase so ne se nyame beku na onku no ade nie wo yes na se unni principle of ADAKABRI ade enye sempo ye de ye otamfo a enya anye na mom se ugitum se ya de diwa eye. That is the only problem I have. All of a sudden Anas abe ni pabonefo Anas akane no ne Ghana fo so de soro efiri se ye hunu se ketaase sha adokoro oman no at least o tu hu anamo bi e de ma ketaase hye no enkokora na ebeba fo because the any nipa nim emekai bribi of ADAKABRI so hu se ufiri efijase e de ba edweso a we otra chan krom yi kakra yi bonwe junction na o de ba chan krom no hu se kevo na so police for tai gina ho
ai we ka do ma ko mu kakra be gina bonwe
junction ho
a petrol station or
na sa tam no mu gina ha e na me ko na me car na overheating na me park ye e na me team na me twen ama car no adwo wo ho sa police for afa ye kakra no mu ntimi nyina car bi
omunim ni potete wo mo
omunim
Anas na asma
ka we duru wa mo so won ko mo nko afa utimi say police for na nya comfortable wo sa mo abaka ne ho o say boss e pa cha o ubi bia say ya na ye betimi aboa o e so o da bi manya overheating na me pese e heat kakra edwo kakra o say o na okay ene nature say unni problem bia de a na ufiri he o ko he na afi adane nkomodie yetena ho mu hu se saa min tete wo mo no ofo mu firi ho a no mo asan akogina ho afeka bi etwam bia mu di akokuduro odo ena nigi e wo adwumanim e di gina ka no
e se afedie
omu ahunu se
se nya na
sesu afo enti senka saa de ne da so wo system ni mu a tempo
Ebia na Danko Akufo-Addo ba no hunu say ewo individual ansem. Ebetimi abase ebetimi a corrupt no because wabeye watchman. That they can Japan ba no. Who watches the watchman? And na unim the watchman na. Why can't you create a unit within your governance system? So kofa oba ya your national security coordinator or kofa national security minister by yemro. Enti ebia ka CID department no. Ubetimi create said ebia mon report to the vice president. Ni amfantu sa de na se. Mon konkon ne nam na mon hwe nipa o mo di sa mumuo no na mon fa o mo mra. Bibi sa wo ho. The same ANAS principle, even though you have taken it from ANAS as individual to government established institution omuye capable to handle that issue. What me drift na say nanka no na base be solve problem no enti kenne mo kan ni ehunu say oh mo o pepa bi na mo challenge ni e bia the modus operandi e bia ANAS enam so ana ni dimina and a more problem. Name on principle, no dear, you agree. Now, there is nobody like Anna. In the system, no, yet they are two autopilot.
Are you suggesting, sir? Ben Sam would want us to ask you, sir, who suggests, sir, Anna is supposed to DVL or supposed to go syndicate, and for that matter, no, so will you be against the ethics of journalism? And this will be a can once a man.
Ben, yes, sure, say, RDA a court to an court. They tend to do ethics of. Who say media commission? A friend of ADAKABRI meboa. So mon ethics nen a journalism on some no esho monsa. But who so mo friend say the principle nenye. Inti I'm not going into that tangent. Make a judgment no. Judgment no say judge no. Was say ANAS a kwan na o nam so no. Enye investigative journalism na ye investigative terrorism.
Aye.
What emodu? Just say terrorism. They say what they tata ankrofo. Eti judge ni suni dachi. Onim da na achi be ANAS be ba de fie. Into all pe kwan ono so be bo be fa so e be sisa kwan na no. Indeed, let all admit. Hey, and the Japan and then them Crawford almost. Now the last time ANAS had the expose by, and look at the enthusiasm one a war can and Crawford de crochet. And no bit is ANAS the expose be bar. Look at it. Omo kuno.
Because you are Ghana no Quincy na the oye be a kind no about a victim.
Yes.
Woman now come as a victim, and for sympathizing with them. And I do interview and then you don't know your name.
Me say, of ADAKABRI, sad yen in the hobium. And in that, a man most central for a cry, most central for you. Of ADAKABRI, so when you say, maybe more fun. Every be a trouble for ya cacradunya, a cry, and some topics be crack out discuss it. Don't mention because of the vindictive nature of certain group of people. And no na me say.
You.
Oh, me yating.
Because of certain.
Of I be no asem the buy amante.
Asem be ne buy.
Of wasem the buy na be amante. Ye ne of ye tie na ne ye pe wasem ne de. Of ne ye di ye o.
Asem be ne
ye di ye o. Of so kai.
I'm
Of a crowd. We be also tie obi kra wa anye so no so fa kai.
Asem be.
O tie obi ayi ase no. So kai.
I'm in rounding up. In rounding up.
Time be ne.
Professor Mills.
Oh yeah, Professor Mills. What actions did he take? Okay. Suggestion now. They say you pharmacy CID for.
There be no Professor Mills. A support to say ANAS in ye. And I make say mumu problem with ANAS as a person in Kwa.
And then I bet Chester President Akufo-Addo on support ANAS. I mean,
also say ANAS principle.
And I am in one way.
There be ANAS principle in 2012. And we make us say I'm President Akufo-Addo. I am one. Okay, man, the chance in BD.
And take around to Minamenkasa. 2012. Professor Samuel Saminin data customs the nearby. The president at that time, Ojitum, I want no more woman at the Omo court. Maybe so, Anya Bia, Nana Kufuado, what will baby? The president Nana Kufuado say, on it, and that's a problem. Anya Bia, Yura, Canada, Japan. MPP for you na, or no Canada, Japan, or no MPP for you na. And now, suddenly to know there are some no court, no one boy MPP for D. No boy Canada, Japan, D. And someone in be a couldn't. That's the way I would be for MPP for the young could. And yes, because case in the airborne, Yamo Yamfra, Yamo MPP as a body corporate. That Nas near Wasam, and Nas near Mubia near some. Miama for sure, Nimi Asam, Konimo Asamanka or Cocoto Boomiding. And what the Canadian Japan a cocotte. And a judgment, Abba. And no MPP for the Yasame woman, and then saying, ADAKABRI Busasam, Yasam MPP as a political party, Yasam. And what's our case with him? And then they saying,
That's what we say.
and then they saying, if I am obeying, and I say, cocotte or MPP for the or the MPP party in the cocotte. Or the Iraq, Canada, Japan, and the cocotte. And all my cocottes will be a church and then 2018. I be seen it. Yanti Kromha, and Iraq Kuba, Consuene, Kennedy, almost cocotte. Iraq Kuba, we me. It's your journalist, almost the politicians, I cocotte a winnie. Any journalist, almost the politicians, I cocotte no more loose. And then they are by almost a month, yes.
Yes, I'm going to be as
MPP, MPP, yes, I'm a bam. If I'm person who, yeah, if I am
principally a woman,
principal bang.
I could say, I'm not seeing the OBN, say, Boop,
and the Anas no cocotte will lose.
So,
Oh, yeah, a cocotte will lose. Unfortunately, for him, when you're judged down in a yarding, and into your hierarchy, into your pen, no, when on the judge in your yarding. Appeals court war.
Japan.
Na MPP.
That's got nothing to do with.
Yan court. Obi afa yan ko jina baby a.
Okay. Japan.
E me boye di wom.
Unim. The MPP di bam ne say.
E ma di bam
For the first time in history.
E me boye di ne yan ka ho. Obi afa yan court.
Issue e ba ye. Unya MPP ni ba ko pe support to announce that.
Ah.
Unya bi.
Yan support announce sense.
Exactly.
E don check support announce. E don check say ye tiano ana.
Well, no caso was what company.
Mrantia no support Anas. Obama Bukwas no omo NDC fu ana.
Papa no class bi o ka kire no ofa won tie. Eno de ne se.
Your president from Manchester, your boy of the NDC. Your president ma Elena Mada de of the MPP. And if you had that, you and uncle, almost a year moon, I would do a quackusi. I got not try a year weekend in now. I mean, from one night, I mean, you are red. Uncle, you come at one or you mentioned them red. A true nearby neighbors, Uniano, I mentioned them. I feel so no. A year, Mrs. Irene, near my donko, near my donko, was as well. I mentioned red. Yin and ya catch no. In Swia baby and film. Hey, some so by Yin so. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I say, I mean, so video be a cock or the MPP for MPP for you and Kaya Hubu. That's it.
New crowd of food. Oh, Cassie, every be a term we Professor Thomas prosecuting.